Okay, we are recording. We are going for it again. And here we go. This is how it goes. Gonna talk to people about this, and hopefully their audio kicks in through OBS, and we'll see. But I'm gonna get my bread. Okay. Got my meal. My meal. Let's see if anyone is looking at me up. I got a new match. Be careful, Brady. Let's see. Oh, Good Trouble's live. With Oh, I'm live right now, that's why. Okay. That's understandable. It's okay. Okay. Good Trouble. I wish I could. Maybe I should get on Good Trouble. I don't know if that's. I don't know. That could be interesting. That could be interesting. But I had my piece of bread, and then. I wonder if you. I don't know if you'd even take me up. All right. Let's just pretend we're broadcasting to the world. People are probably like, Brady, what do you mean by I'm evil? What do you mean by I'm evil? Hey, Happy Pills is back. Welcome back, Happy Pills. And welcome everyone joining right now. Welcome. I'm eating more bread. This is my fifth slice of bread today. And it's going really well. It tastes really good, and I'm enjoying this wheat bread from Sara Lee. I think that's Sara Lee. Is that the brand? Sara Lee, something S Lee. But yeah, just enjoying my bread at 11:36 p.m. And I'm talking to 4 people. Welcome in, everyone. So look, my watch is broken. I'm eating bread. And I'm evil. Prove me wrong. If you can. That's okay. If you can't. But I challenge you. I challenge. And for everyone coming in, I am on my medication. I'm fine. I'm on medication. If you were concerned. Appreciate you being concerned, but just... You probably argued, I don't know. Oliver, what do you mean? You probably are. What do you mean by probably? Why do you think you're evil? I don't believe in evil. Look, I don't think evil exists, but people fucking do. So we have to fucking deal with it, right? It's a contradiction on purpose. John Funny, let's get going. I flew down the stairs and my shoes fell off. That's not good.
You think you're evil? Me and my best friend Tyler meets together, bro. You think you're evil? You better try that for 1 week, bro. Get straight with that.
Who's Tyler?
Me and my best friend, we be tying on meets together because we like that, bro.
Who's Tyler?
Yeah.
Who's
Hell no. You ain't ever gonna find out who Tyler is. Me and Tyler be tying on meat together while we sleep. You gotta know who Tyler is? He's the buddy I be tying my meat with, bro. We be using flies to tie up. Hell yeah, gang. Hell yeah, gang. You wanna try it out sometime? I bet you do.
Define tie meat.
We go basically take off our pants and tie our meat together.
Oh!
Yeah. We be getting dick.
You don't have to publicly announce this. I don't need to know this.
Nah, but I want to. It's not a need, it's a want.
Okay. I understand you want to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
TMI? I don't understand TMI, bro. Who the hell is Tyler?
You know.
You're next. You're next.
Why are you asking who Tyler is when you said you knew Tyler?
Who the hell is Tyler?
You contradicted yourself.
No, I didn't.
You said who's Tyler? No, you said.
I said me and my best friend Tyler be tying our meat together.
Who is Tyler?
Who the hell is Tyler?
Who's Tyler? Who's Tyler?
Who the fuck is Tyler?
I know, I'm asking that question, and you're not answering it. You give me TMI, but you won't give me TMI on Tyler.
Me and my boy be tying our meats to our toes, bro.
Why do you repeat yourself? You don't even answer my question.
I didn't repeat myself last time I said we tying our meats together. Now we tying our toes together, freak Malik.
Toes? What do you mean by tying toes?
Yeah, that's right. You don't know what tying toes is. That's right. Who the fuck just said Duddy? Who the fuck named their kid Harrison?
Hey, calm down. We can have
I'm calm. Hey, look at the likes. Look at the likes.
Calm.
Look at the likes you have. That's right.
It's okay, buddy. Hey, what's your name? How old are you? John?
Tyler. I'm 18.
Oh, your name's Tyler. What?
No. Who the fuck is Tyler?
You said you're Tyler.
No.
So you just said it. You contradict yourself. Do you understand what
Uh-uh.
you're doing right now? Do you understand what you're doing?
I'm currently tying my meat up with my boy.
You're making an ass out of yourself. Do you understand what you're doing?
Hey, we have to do butt stuff too. Don't worry about it.
You're making an ass out of yourself. That's why.
Yeah.
You're making an ass.
Yeah.
Out of yourself.
Ass.
Yes. So we had fun, but next time be better.
Yeah.
Okay. That's how you troll back people. This is how we troll the fucking idiots. Sorry, you're an idiot, but you can learn to be better. I believe in you, buddy. Okay. So now, nice. We got 9, 10 people, and I appreciate people encouraging. John, I know you're just trolling. I know you're trolling. But do better next time, because that was kind of pathetic. Okay, who wants? I'm gonna do this guy.
Dude, how are you trying to be niche? How are you gonna be niche and old as hell?
What do you mean?
You're trying to be niche and you're old as hell, bro. That's how I know you evil as hell.
What do you mean niche by niche?
You know what I mean, bro.
No, I'm asking you in your own words.
Yo, what are you doing?
I'm asking you in your own words what you mean by niche.
I know, but what are you so focused on? What are you doing?
You and what you mean by niche. We're having
Just
a
look at-
conversation. We're having a conversation. You came up here to have a conversation, right? Or is that wrong?
Yeah, just I did, but like, what? What
Okay,
your
so
problem?
what do you mean? So what do you mean by niche? And I'll get into my background.
Okay, like,
Because you're making a knowledge claim without fucking knowing. Look, you made an assumption without asking me and being curious. Be better. And then you asked me what I did, right? So be careful with what you do with your words. And I will see
you're not real.
Look, we are both real right now. We're having a conversation.
No, you need to be studied, bro. You don't understand.
Well, we can do that right now with 8 people in the live, okay? I'm not the first person to figure this shit out. People do this in music, and in movies, and philosophy, and science, and schools, and churches, and labs, and whatever you want to say. Like, people understand this. I'm not the fucking first, okay? I'm just saying it in such a way for people to understand this simple idea. And
Is that an egg sandwich?
This is a nothing sandwich. This is my 5th piece of bread today. And what I'm doing,
Dude, no, oh my god, bro, there's
essentially-
no meat in the middle. Oh my.
essentially what I'm doing is I'm saying this. Fear is the root cause of all unnecessary suffering. If the individual can eradicate fear in the mind, they can lead more productive lives. They can hopefully make less mistakes in the future. I'm not saying I know everything. I'm not saying I don't make mistakes. But I know what I don't know. To be curious enough to ask without fear. And what this means for me, right, is we react left, right. And look, we don't have to react. And I'm figuring this out in real time. I'm learning how to be better through all of you, right? And I found mercy. And what does mercy mean, right? And it's to literally, when someone reacts, to understand why they're reacting and guide them on a path that is productive for everyone. This is not a new idea. I'm just explaining it in my own unique way. And this all resonates with you guys because you're watching me. Okay, Jesus is real. Oh God. Oh God. Hello.
You.
Oh my. How old are you?
I'm 50.
I'm sorry. You cannot be on live. You cannot be on TikTok.
I can.
Live. No, you can't be on TikTok live as a 15-year-old. So I'm sorry. Can you kindly?
Yeah, this is lousy, bro.
You have to be 18-year-old. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
Alrighty. Have a beautiful day.
You too. You too. TikTok terms of service, I know for sure, is you have to be 18-years-old to get on live. Appreciate that dude though. Nice kid. Nice kid. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Hello?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey, it's pretty good. How you doing?
Doing good.
That's good. So, my watch is broken. I'm eating bread. I'm evil. Prove me wrong.
I guess I was just gonna ask for like a clarifier. Like, do you believe that you're evil because you do evil things, or because Christianity would say that you're born into evil?
Neither. I would say evil doesn't exist, but people think it does. People believe it, so we have to fucking deal with it. And that's the contradiction. Do you understand?
No, yeah, no, I would actually agree with that. So,
You understand?
I guess just to get into something, you might not want to, but like, you're claiming that you're evil, so why would you claim that you are?
Because people that follow under Christianity would say that blasphemy is unforgivable sin, and I've done that. I'm bipolar 1. I had 3 manic episodes. The first one started in 2022, where I believed in something I was not, and I claimed to be Jesus 2.0. Would you think that's blasphemy?
Well, I don't believe in Christianity, so I don't think that's blasphemy.
My bad. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming, and that's my bad for assuming, right? I jumped from 1, 2, 3, not 1, 2, 3, right? I did oopsies. I'm learning in real time how to interact with people.
Oh no, you're good, man. I was just like just to clarify, I guess, a little bit more further, is like, are you actively believing that you are evil, or are you saying that like a Christian would believe that you are?
Well, look.
Okay,
The whole point of me putting this up here is I've done bad in the past. I can be accountable to that. I can tell you things that I've done that is bad, and I'm open to that, right? I'm not gonna spill every single personal thing I've ever done out there because I have to be smart about it. I'll be smart about it, right? But there's certain things I'm comfortable sharing, and I think we ought to normalize this to the point because we have a current president that doesn't admit he's ever wrong, and we know by his words that he's a liar. He literally says one thing and then says another thing. Release Epstein files. Don't release them. They're not real. I'm not on the list. I'm not on the list. Right? I'm not on the list.
Wait, you think if I get prosecuted with 34 felonies and then say that I didn't, that it doesn't make me true?
I don't know. I like to talk with this man and understand who he is as a human, without being like mean, right? Because like what I did was mean, but like he is mean to other people. But I'm reacting to a reaction, right? We should not react. And if I ever met this man in real life, I would see him as a human and try to understand him as best I possibly can. Maybe go golfing and tell him he's better at golf than I am, because that's probably true.
Yeah, fair enough, man.
See, you know.
Yeah, he'd probably take you out golfing and have some like McDonald's catered or
I
something.
hope. Man, if I can do this before this guy passes away, because he's getting pretty old. If I can go golfing with the President of the United States, that'd be pretty fucking cool.
I would love to split.
If he consents to it, but that man has to know what consent means, and I don't want him to feel like he's forced to hug me. Does that make sense?
Do you think that I should care about his consent?
Yes.
Yeah. I guess that would be the
I can't tell you should, but I think you ought to care about people's consent in general.
Yeah, that would be the like morally correct position to take, I guess.
Right, because we're humans and we all are capable of bad, but we should understand what other people want, and consent is important for everyone to understand in their own way that I believe they can.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think it would be like unequivocally pretty dope to play a round of golf with President Trump
Dude,
and
I know.
like split a quarter pounder with him. Like,
And then
dude,
just
it'd
joke
be
about
pretty.
locker room talk, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like unequivocally, it would be pretty sick. Like,
Oh God. I would. It depends what he would say. I'd be like, dude, be careful.
well, I might not
You don't just
agree
grab.
with
You
him.
don't just grab people there. We don't just grab people there.
Yeah. That, if he said something like that, like obviously.
As a man, are you identify as a man?
Oh yeah.
You know you don't grab women there without their consent, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Like I wouldn't agree with him if he said things like that, but it would be like at the same time you're like listening to the president say things like that in front of your face. You know what I mean?
Right, and this
That'd be crazy.
president, this person's a fucking president, and this is like what they say. Why
Yeah.
we elect people that say these things that we know is wrong for us to do ourselves? Is because
Exactly.
he's successful. I think he's been bankrupt a lot of times with some of his businesses. What do you define a successful businessman that has been bankrupt? Was it 6 times? I don't know.
6, 7, something like that.
Right.
Did you? I didn't even mean to do the meme, but did have you ever looked up the reviews of Trump steaks?
No, I didn't do those things.
They went-
What's Trump steaks?
Trump Steaks is one of the businesses that he bankrupted, and it's literally like oh fuck, what's that company called? Like Omaha Steaks or something? It's like mail order
I know.
steak.
I'm from Nebraska, so
Okay, yeah. It's literally like the same sort of thing
I
that
don't
he
live
was
in
trying.
Nebraska right now, but I originally come from Nebraska.
Oh, okay, I got you. So yeah. So like he was basically trying to like get into that field. You know what I mean? And so it's called Trump Steaks. If you ever have some free time, just search Trump Steaks reviews, and it's very entertaining.
Trump steaks reviews. Oh no, I didn't even know this was a thing.
This was like late '90s, I want to say, if I'm accurate in that.
Are these good steaks?
No, that's the thing. That's the thing is like all the reviews are basically saying like they're chewing on shoe leather, and this is like the '90s. Like the reviews are left like way early Google. It's not even like nowadays people because the business went bankrupt. Like I think even before 2000, or if it was 2000, like 2001, 2002, like very early. So it wasn't even close to him being a president. And so all of these reviews are independent of him being that figure, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. He's like been very popular throughout the past, right? Like he was in Home Alone too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but
he found out something that works for him, right? And he's been successful
exactly.
in that way. I just think his brain hasn't grown up to his body.
That's a good way to put it.
This is 70-year-old. And I'm not going to say the word, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. I can pick up what you're putting down. What would you say, 70-year-old body? What would you say mind-wise?
It's primitive thinking. So it's in the past.
Primitive.
It's. I wouldn't put an age to it. I would say add a time to it.
Okay.
We are better. We are humans. We are all humans. Look. I might have said negative things about Trump, right? But in order to be who I am and why I'm doing this in the first place, I ought to see this man as capable of good, right? And that's why I want to hug him. And that's why I want to understand him. I really want to talk with him and just try to understand who hurt this man and figure out how we can work together to all align.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Because this is possible. Will it happen in my lifetime? I don't know. But like I'm trying something out. And what I've reflected on, what I've reflected on other people in the past, how I put out to people, like they resonate. Like this tonight, today I found God again. Let's just say, God, what does that mean really? And I can't explain what that means to me, but like people should find this, ought to find this on their own. Like I'm not telling you should believe in God, but being agnostic is where you start, right? With anything in life. And I'm just preaching. And look, I'm not a prophet. I'm not someone. I'm Brady. I'm just having dialogues with people about being accountable to being bad. I don't believe in evil. Some people believe, and we have to deal with it, right? It's a contradiction on purpose. It's a contradiction on purpose, right? And I have done bad in the past, but I can be accountable to it. Who can say that? And I hope anyone can admit it, right?
Yeah, no, that's a good mindset to have, I'd say.
Yeah. But yeah. What's your name, by the way? If you don't mind.
Caleb.
Caleb. How old are you?
I'm 26.
26. Okay, I'm 27. Look.
Oh, but
Like this is really interesting. It's like meeting people on like technology. Like I'm talking to you and you're somewhere else in the world. Like this is fantastic. And
do you mind if I ask? You can give like a relative area, but like where are you from? Oh, okay, but
currently live in Kansas City. I started in Nebraska, moved to Alabama, moved to Los Angeles, back to Nebraska, back to Kansas City. Back to Kansas City for the first time.
Oh wait, sorry, that was quick. I'm trying to follow that with my brain. You said Nebraska to
Alabama.
Okay, yeah.
Los Angeles, Nebraska, and Kansas City.
Now to Kansas. Okay, so this is your first time in Kansas City? Like living
I've
there?
been when I was a child. Like Worlds of Fun, my parents took me to Worlds of Fun as a kid. Peanuts, like Brown and Snoopy. There's like Peanut Land.
But like living there full time though, this is your first time?
Yeah, since November.
Nice, man.
Of last year. And
how have you liked it?
Really nice.
Yeah?
Really nice. Didn't oopsies back at work because I'm bipolar 1. I've been manic 3 times. I had a manic episode at work and it scared people. And I'm sorry. I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for that day. And I've understood what mercy means and not to react back to reactions. And to understand why and to guide, right? And being in those elevated states, it's sometimes hard to control myself, but like I am in control, if that makes sense. And people just need to be curious about mental illnesses because I feel like I believe it's severely misunderstood. I believe we work through these mental illnesses by seeing and understanding people, right? And I believe they can find stuff on their own to be productive and without fear, right? Like look inwards, look outwards without fear. And I believe it's more of a mental illness to be closed-minded, not to be curious, not to understand, to act in fear.
Okay, I got you. What did you move to LA for, if you don't mind me asking?
Sure, I can burst my bubble, I guess. So I'm a 3D artist and animator. I worked on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I worked on Marvels and a few other TV shows and movies.
Oh, fuck yeah, that's sick, dude.
So I brought life to Cosmo the dog and Groot and Rocket.
Okay. Hell yeah, dude, that's fucking sick.
Right. Like this is
So when you were like in LA, you were working on those projects?
Right. It was all remote work. So this is like the first time I became manic because I abused substances, and the third time I didn't do the same thing. It came naturally, right? But I can explain if someone understands psychology and substance use. I don't know what we talk about on TikTok, but if there's any smart people out there that want to connect with me and talk about this in private, I'd be more than happy to talk about this. But I was isolated and I worked remotely for a company that I won't name. But they are very popular in visualization. Would I say the best? The best, maybe. Well, they claim to be the best, but I think they are the best, in my opinion.
You know, I know what you're saying, where there's a barrier to terms that can be used with TikTok, but I've gone through similar situations, so I get where the mindset is within that.
Right. It's hard. And look, I'm still learning how to do this myself too, right? But it's like people, it's like having it's people like you and other people, like we can engage and we can figure this out together, right? Like we're modeling this on a small scale, right? It's me and you, and then we go out, and we go out, and we go out, and then we be, and other people pick it up, and what we already won in my eyes. It just depends on who wants to see it too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Everyone is going up in my eyes. Up. And what that means for me is good, right? I know it says I'm evil. Like if you're just joining in and don't understand what I'm saying, like I can be accountable to being bad, but I believe in something that's personal to me, that makes sense in my mind, that anyone can figure out on their own unique and beautiful way what this means, right? And I believe we all are humans, and we all are capable of good, and we deserve to treat each other as humans instead of demonizing or looking down upon people. We're all humans, okay? I know I'm preaching. I'm preaching. God damn it.
No, you're good, man. So is this sort of a way for you to say, like, how do I word this? Like maybe in the past you viewed yourself as evil and then have come into a different sort of like mindset shift?
Look, I didn't necessarily even believe in, well, look, I believed I talked with God and the devil in my first Manic episode. I told anyone or anything up there or down there, the first to get me can have me, right? And I did good things in Mania, and I did things that sorry, you got kicked off live. And I did things that were probably traumatic and hard and confusing for people. But if they understood like how I got to that way, like I think and I felt and I acted. If they understood why I was thinking and why I was feeling, they would understand why I was acting in a certain way, right? It's people have to be without fear to understand something different, right? It's tribalism. It's just so fucked. But we can get better, and I believe humans are capable of this because I learned it on my own, and then anyone can learn this on their own. And there's been countless people, musicians, there's been artists, filmmakers.
What's up, man?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. So what's the whole prompt? Why do you think you're evil necessarily?
So I don't think I'm evil. I don't think it exists. But people believe it does. So fucking deal with it. It's like contradiction.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
I understand. I have a question.
Right.
Are you Jewish?
No.
Then you're not evil.
What do you mean?
You're not evil because you're not Jewish. So.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Why do you
Well, all Jewish people are evil.
Why do you
Yeah,
say
they
that?
are.
That's, okay, so why do you say that?
They believe that non-Jews are lower than them. They just do a lot of fucked up shit. I mean, they control our government. They kill a bunch of kids in Palestine.
Time out. I understand to what you're saying, but how do you know they're evil? And
because they are evil. If we look into the Talmud,
what do you? Okay, yes. I watched a documentary on this. But what do you mean by evil?
I mean, like they do bad things and they do a lot of bad things. Yeah.
So bad. What do you mean by bad? And we can get into that. But I just wanted to walk you through this.
They kill kids in Palestine. Their book says that any non-Jew.
Be careful with the words. Just for TikTok.
They say, okay. Well, they say any non-Jew is lower than them. Any goyim, yes, in their Bible, in their book. Their book says it.
So their book in the Talmud.
The Talmud, yes.
Any non-Jew is evil. Okay. So I would.
That's what they say.
For me, personally, I welcome a Jew or a Jewish person up on this live, and I want to talk with you. If you identify as a Jewish person.
I don't identify as a Jewish person.
No. I'm just talking to people. Sorry.
I see.
Sorry. That was confusing. Look, we shouldn't. If people react and say we're something when we're just like humans, like dude, we're humans, we shouldn't react back and call them what they're calling us. Because if we call them what they're calling us, we call them what they're calling us, we die. Humans
they still do bad things, and it needs. I mean, you can argue the philosophical definition of evil, right? If evil exists or not, but if you do bad things, regardless, you need to be stopped. You need to be handled.
Well, hey, what do you mean? Because stop. Because that comes from fear. So be careful. Be careful. Fear is the root cause for all unnecessary suffering. And
it's not really fear.
But it kind of is because you're reacting back to
Okay.
it, right?
How is it fear?
It's stemming from fear because you're saying they are calling us evil, so and they do bad things, and they do bad things, and you're afraid of what those bad things are.
Well, they're effectively genociding our people. I mean, are you white? Are you white? What's your race? Okay, so they are genociding our race. They are slowly genociding our race. Not literally, like as in a sense of like killing us, like physically by shooting us, or other means of killing. But I know, but you know what I mean.
Yes, I do.
No, it's not hate. It's not hate. It's just an observation of like what you see. So it's not really. I wouldn't say it's hate, but
look, it's an observation.
you have a reason to hate these people.
What I've come to learn recently is when people react to me out of fear, I shouldn't react back because it escalates, right? And if people react to me out of fear, I have to understand why they've been thinking that in the first place, and then guide them towards being productive for all, right? Because you're doing the same thing as they're doing, just not as intense, not as intensely. Because it goes from fear
You can't reason with these people.
to ignorance, to hatred, to violence. And we don't have to go there. We can eradicate.
But you can't reason with these people. You can't just tell these people to stop doing bad things. Because no, you can try. Try asking any Jew, ask any IDF agent to stop doing what they're doing. They're not going to do it. They're just going to.
With a Jewish person.
Yes, I have. They are very.
Have you tried
yes,
to see
I
them
have.
as a human and not as something that they're not?
At one point in my life, yes, I have, but it never really worked out. It didn't work out. They are very egotistical. They see themselves as higher up than everyone else. They see every other race and ethnicity, every religion is lower than them. They're an evil people. I'll argue that they are evil.
Be careful, because you're reacting back right now. You're reacting back. If there's any
You need to react back. If you see a parasite, if you see a rat in your house that's destroying the house, you see a bunch of parasites, you got to get rid of them. You got to extract it from the root. I mean, you can argue it's fear or not, but it's really not
get
fear.
rid of rats and insects in your house? Why not? If you squash a spider, why not put the spider in your hand and gently let it go outside where it's supposed to be?
Because it's kind of stupid and nobody really does
And
that.
then look, and now you're stupid for saying something stupid like that.
How is that stupid though? No, if you see a cockroach in your house, what are you gonna do? You're gonna step on it. You're gonna fucking kill it.
Why?
You're gonna like get rid of
Who
it.
told you to do that?
It's just what you do. You do that with if you're gonna get killed, if an animal attacks
in the
you.
machine, you can't think for yourself. That's what
I can think for myself, but if it's defense of your race, defense of your people, it's necessary.
Power.
Yes, I do. I believe that God exists.
Why
I
do you
believe
kill something lower than you? Like a cockroach?
Because it's a cockroach. What do you like? Normal people
Why did
kill.
God create cockroaches?
I don't think God. I mean, God creates everything, right? But I
Why
think
did God
cockroaches are
create
created.
cockroaches?
I have no idea. I mean, cockroaches are kind of.
He created cockroaches for us to kill.
Yes, I think it doesn't really matter. It's like you
God
don't.
created cockroaches so we can kill cockroaches.
Well, if you see a cockroach in your house, you're gonna stomp on it. You're gonna kill it, right? I mean, if you see it on the streets, yeah, I guess don't kill it. You just let it scurry on.
Why?
Well, what are you gonna do then? Are you gonna let the cockroach live in your house?
No,
I'm not touching a cockroach. That's.
See, and you're so scared to touch a fucking cockroach that God created.
Because they're nasty. They're nasty creatures that spread disease.
You can wash your hands after. You know how to wash your hands? Are you
Yeah,
a
but
little kid?
still, it's nasty.
Are you a little kid?
It's like touching shit. You don't want to touch shit. I mean, even if you can't wash your hands, you don't want to touch shit.
Because you're being disingenuous.
I see what you're saying, but I wouldn't say I'm being disingenuous. I think
You put the cockroach in your hand, and you go outside, and you let the cockroach go back outside. Do you think that's better than killing it?
it's easier to kill it. It's easier and
It's
as well.
easier to be a little baby.
Its life doesn't matter
And cry about the Jews.
because they are destroying the world. Really,
And
I mean,
do you see how
they
there's a
have
better way to
roots.
go about it? Because if we react we die.
All right, tell any Palestinian kid that they should just be nice to the idea.
I understand.
just
I understand.
tell that to any Palestinian.
People in those positions are they're already controlled to the point where they don't have agency over what happens to them. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to argue about the bad things that have been happened by people, but we all are people. Look, I put this word up here because I'm not afraid to admit that I have done bad. I ought to be good and not repeat the bad again. The better person understands this. The better person understands not to react. And I'm reacting to you right now, and I'm getting better at trying to be. And I'm passionate. I'm not angry. I'm very calm right now, whether you believe
I can
it or
see
not.
that.
But these are important conversations to have because how we say something about a certain group, they can hear that. And then they're like, that just validates what they think. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen from saying that?
So wait, are you? So you're saying that we shouldn't, criticize these people because they're going to react in negative ways?
But there's ways we do it. There's ways we do it, right? When we
like how?
So if a Jew came up right now and talked with me, I'm not going to be like, you're bad. I'm going to be like,
well, no, not like that. But you're going to confront them over their behavior. Of course, you're going to say, okay, this is not right. You shouldn't
we call out contradictions, and people when their mind's not right, they contradict themselves, right? And you're like, hey, you contradicted. You don't do that. You don't do that, right? Because you know what this word means, even though it doesn't talk about because people think it exists. It's a fucking contradiction, okay? That's how I'm being very vague and broad about this because you know how to do this in your own way. I believe you do.
Yeah. Well, there's Well, I mean, there's some people that no matter how much you explain to them not to, do the bad things, not to like contradict themselves and react in certain ways, they're just not going to listen. They're going to say, "Oh, fuck you, you're just some weirdo."
Knowledge claim. Be careful. They're not going to. You're already making.
How do you know though? No, the world is full of a bunch of evil people who will not change, who are stubborn, who are very
different method. Have you tried?
I have. I have tried reasoning with these people. I have tried talking with these people.
Have you tried letting a cockroach out of the house, put it in your hand, and wash your hands afterwards?
That's stupid.
Start there.
Well, first of all, it's like that's okay. Maybe that's a dumb analogy, the cockroach thing, and also don't call me stupid. I think out of all people that call me stupid, I think you're
right now is pretty fucking stupid. I'm sorry.
I think how you're thinking is kind of stupid. You think the world is a beautiful place where everyone can get along. It's all fun and games, happiness.
It's not.
And it's like,
but it can be.
It's not. No, it's not.
Because you are reacting, and I'm reacting back. And
you can't just react. You can't just love your enemy. You should love your enemy, right? But if your enemy is effectively attacking you, you can't just say, "Oh, I love you."
To demonstrate in real time that I'm reacting to you. This is how it starts, right? Imagine I'm a Jew, and I lied, and I'm actually a Jew, right? No, I'm not a Jew, but I'm literally doing this in real time so people can study how reacting. Do you understand? I am not saying you are wrong. You have truths that are true to you.
Yes.
But I'm demonstrating for the chat and for you why we should not react.
Okay, so you think so? If some, let's just say you're walking home from work, right? A guy walks up to you with a knife and he just tries to kill you. He has the intent to murder you. He's going for your neck. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna either fight against the attacker and survive, or are you gonna just let him kill you and just say, "Oh"? Well, it's
I don't know what I would do. Because this situation has not happened, and if it does,
right.
It'd be unfortunate.
It would be, of course, but what would you do? Would you fight back to save your own life, or would you let the attacker just kill you, just because you shouldn't react and you shouldn't?
I might react in a strange way that I don't want to convey on live or in public.
Well, I mean, I think if you want to survive, the only way to act is either defend yourself or find a way to run away. But I mean, he's gonna probably chase you down and kill you. But it's either that.
You can't see my muscles. I'm very weak, and I do not work out. So this guy is probably gonna not like me. I hope that
So,
doesn't happen, but I'm
why
not
would you
worried.
let that
I'm not
happen,
afraid.
right?
I'm not afraid of this.
Right, you're not afraid of death. But let's just say you had a weapon on you. You had another knife or a gun. Like, would you use it to defend yourself, or would you just let him kill yourself, or let him kill you?
I don't believe that, and there's good reasons why.
You don't believe in self-defense?
Look, what I already know is documented heavily online. ChatGPT knows my mind. People can reproduce this, right? I'm not the first. People, artists know this, musicians, filmmakers know what I know.
Okay.
People like I'm not the first to figure this shit out, right? I'm just the first to explain it in a way that I've never heard anyone else explain it. And,
I see.
And you can pick up on my words and learn from it in your own way, right? And understand what that means for you in your own way. And
Yeah, but you didn't answer the question.
I already. Right, I don't know how to answer a hypothetical like that.
Well, it's you should know. I mean, I can answer that. If I was going to get attacked, if someone was attacking me, yeah, I would use every means in my power to protect and defend my life. Even if he does kill me, I'll at least die knowing that I tried my best to defend myself. Because if you do defend yourself, you have a chance of getting out of that situation alive. So that's what I would do.
There are things I don't want to say online, but let's say this: if I have reason to believe this person wants to harm me, I can envision myself doing things to them that no one's done to me.
Okay.
Does that make sense? I'd be very vague about this. Yes, I'll try to fight for my life. But at the same time, I'll try to de-escalate it until I can't. Right?
Yeah, but you can't. He's swinging a knife at your neck. You know, you can't really just say, "Hey, stop doing that."
I'll try my best to dodge it, and then I'll dance around like.
Well, it's really hard. I mean, if you've been in a situation like that, you know it's a very hard thing to dodge.
If that ever comes to me, if that event ever, hopefully never happens. But if it does, then I'll find out how to do that in my own way in the time. I'm not going to worry about this. I'm not going to get concerned about this. I don't know why it's productive to even talk about in the first place.
Well, I think it's productive because it's happening in real time. I mean, what's happening is the Jews. Not to you, but very soon it will happen to you. I mean, very soon. I mean, it is sort of happening in America. If we're being censored, if we criticize the Jews, you can get arrested.
My location away, by the way. You're planting ideas in people's minds, and I haven't explained this to people that have just came in, right? So look. Calm down with your fear, fucker. Okay, I'm gonna say
it's not okay. Don't call me a fucker, but there's no fear. It's just. Is it fear to defend yourself? I mean, being fearful is. Well, I mean, being fearful can be beneficial in a way. Sometimes fear is an emotion that's meant to defend yourself. You're supposed to feel fear. It's an emotion that we have in survival. Every mammal has it.
You're right. Sorry, I don't mean to overtalk. I'm trying to explain this to new people in here, right? I don't believe in evil, but people believe. So it's fucking deal with it. It's a contradiction on purpose, right? People.
Yeah, I have a question.
I've done bad. I'm trying to explain. I've done bad in the past. I'm accountable to my actions. I do good. I try my best to do good, right? I called you a fucker. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But like some of your ideas are dangerous. Do you understand?
I don't think they're dangerous. I think some of your ideas are actually dangerous. Your ideas are saying that you should just, accept that you're going to die. If an attacker comes at you, just. Well, I mean, you never exactly said that.
I know. Listen, because you're not.
It sounds like it's what you said.
You're not fucking listening. I said I can envision ways for me to do something. If I was forced to do this, I can envision ways that people have done to me, and I could do to them to survive, to natural selection, right? Survival of the fittest. There is ways I can do this in my own unique way, right? I'm not saying you just fucking surrender. You're just not understanding what I'm saying.
Well, it sounds like that's what you're saying.
You're scared, and it's very.
I think you should be scared. I mean, being scared is like I said, it's an emotion that we're all meant to have. I mean, if you're being killed, if your race is being genocided, you have every right to be scared. You have every right to be kind of like, oh, we got to do something. We got to act fast.
That's valid.
I think that's valid. Yeah.
And yes, you're speaking truth. But I'm saying on a smaller scale, like us talking right now, we're both engaging. I've reacted to you reacting, and I understand that I'm doing it on purpose so we understand how to better engage with people different than us, but really, we're not all like we're more similar than people think, right?
We are, but a lot of people aren't willing to accept that. A lot of people are willing to be tribalistic. Like Jews are super tribalistic. They're so tribalistic in a way that every other race is lower than them. To them, that's how they see it.
Dude,
You can't really reason with them.
You say you can't, but look,
It's hard. I mean, I guess some of
hard.
them
Yes,
you
it's
could, but
hard.
I mean,
Look,
even then, it's like you can't trust them. I'll never trust
in your
them.
hand. You go outside. You wash your hands. You eat your bread.
Yeah, I'm not eating my bread after I touch a cockroach. Thank you.
Wash your hands. You not hear me?
Yeah, it's like touching shit. Like when you touch a piece of shit.
How do you wash your hands? Do you wash them for 30 seconds or 10
Yes,
seconds?
I wash my hands like every day, like literally like 5-7 times per hour. No, I wash my hands a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
How long?
Like I don't know, like 40, 30 seconds, like 20 seconds. I don't know. I just wash them really well.
Okay, so you wash them really well. So if you touched a piece of poop and you wash your hands for 40 seconds, would you eat some bread?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Maybe it's just the OCD, or I don't know what the fuck it is, but I would not eat bread. I wouldn't touch anything after I touch a piece of shit. I wouldn't eat right after I touch.
How can you not touch anything after touch? Like, look.
I'm not Indian.
How do you survive? How do you even survive as an adult male if you accidentally touch your butthole while showering and you get shit on your finger? And you're like, I'm never going to use this finger ever in my life again.
Well, no, not like that. Right? But I would preferably not touch shit. You know, I would prefer if it happens by accident. Yeah, I'd wash it off. Anyone would just wash it off.
And you still use that finger to use bread.
Yeah, but I try my best not to touch it. And cockroaches are like they carry diseases. I mean, yeah, you can wash your hands, but I'd rather just kill it and then just kill it. I mean, killing it is just the best option.
But you don't have to kill it. You can let it go outside.
Also, it's like you feel it like rolling around in your
towel.
Hell no. That's nasty. That's nasty. That's touching a cockroach is nasty. I could never.
Or you can react and kill. You can change or you can react and kill.
Well, I mean, okay, what do you do? So you're just I love all life. If a cockroach is in my house, don't.
Choice is up to you. I've heard enough. And you will learn this on your own. I believe you will. I believe you're a good person. And you will figure this out on your own. I'm going to the next person because I just cannot engage with that person anymore because he's unwilling to even sit with his own logic. Okay, so who wants to come up next? Let's do Space Cowboy, because I watched Cowboy Bebop a while ago. And I thought it was amazing. Hello? Wait. What happened? May you will rage. Or wait, I don't know who's that even from. But anyways, I appreciate you guys all watching. 31 people. This is the most people I've ever had. It's like my 7th day up on live. And I appreciate everyone just hanging in there and watching. I think this is fantastic. And let's see, Bagel Chrome, let's try you. Hello.
What's up, y'all?
How you doing? Hello?
Hey.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. How old are you?
18.
What's your birth year?
What?
What's your birth year?
Oh, my birth year?
Tick tock,
So it's
tick tock, tick tock, tick
Oh,
tock.
that is the name.
TikTok terms of service, you must be 18 years old. I have reason to believe from that gap in the same TikTok that you are not 18 years old. Sorry, buddy. It's their rules, not mine. Okay. Frank. Wave is next. Frank. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm 19. I was born in 2006.
Great. I'm on my meds. I'm 27, and I'm currently in the United States.
Great. So, okay. Honestly, I've seen this live a few times today. I've thought about coming up on the panel, and I've tried pondering the question, but the more I ponder it, the more I realize that it's kind of a useless question.
How?
Well, sorry. What would you quantify exactly as evil? Like,
I don't believe in evil. But people do.
Oh.
People believe evil exists. You have to fucking deal with it. It's a contradiction on purpose. Do you understand?
Yeah. That's what I was. That's what I was actually hoping. Okay, so
Look,
we're on.
I have done bad, and I can talk about it. I'm accountable to my actions. I've done them in the
Yeah.
past. Literally with the last guest, I purposely was disingenuous and reacted back to him to prove a point to everyone watching and even myself on how to get better. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course. Well, actually, that kind of settles all my questions.
Okay.
I just like to sit by and listen to you debate.
What do you? I'm curious since you're up. What do you believe in higher power?
Very complicated question. I think higher power is a weird way to put that. I think more so, the closest thing we have to a god is just the universal static that we all exist as a part of, the energy that's existed since the beginning of time.
I love this definition. I love how you explained it. What about the one force driving us up or down? But up, in my opinion. Like gravity. But it's what's gravity, right?
Yeah. So I'm thinking we're talking about a much more metaphysical gravity here. There's actually a very interesting book that I'm reading, or I have been reading, The Great Message, The Philosophy of Individual Life, from the Great School of Natural Science. Very, very, very trippy book. But one of the things that, that's what I'm getting to, one of the things it talks about is the intrinsic struggle between good and evil, and I think it frames it as two schools, like two literal schools, not two schools of thought, two physical schools. One practices white magic, one practices black magic, and these schools have grown so great over time that they have influence over the world. And through this influence and through this constant conflict, all these interferences both stifle human innovation and propel it in a very perplexing, paradoxical way. And it studies the balance of that and how to navigate that balance without falling too deep.
I love this. Can you repeat the title of the book?
The Great Message, The Philosophy of Individual Life.
The Great Message. By who's it by?
Sorry, the author is on Enfold. Let me find it. By J.E. Richardson.
J.D.
J.E. Richardson.
J.E. Richardson. I'm gonna look this up. There's so many things to look up, but I'm gonna try to get to it.
Awesome. BBB says this dude isn't even using his own examples. Total pseudo-intellectual. I don't even know how to tackle that. I'm not going to.
I don't know. Some comments I just kind of ignore at this point. They can have a happy chat together, and we can have a happy chat together.
Yeah. What do I define as evil?
Well,
I think.
Do you think it exists in the first place?
I think it has two different applications. One is the obvious intrinsic evil that we experience as humans. I think, obviously, like killing people in unaliving people in cold blood is generally not a good thing,
I would agree.
But
I would call it I would call it bad.
Then,
or morally not great. Self-defense, we can talk about it. Like when self-defense good or not good, or what does that mean? But if someone is ending someone's life without their consent, I think that's bad.
BBB, what are you talking about? I don't have that.
Hey, we don't have to. Just ignore the chat.
Sorry, they're making disgusting accusations. What?
Okay, what's he saying? Okay.
I don't even know if I can say it on live. Just scroll up. Lying, he's lying. Send the proof.
He has lolly. What's lolly mean? What's lolly mean? Do you know what that means?
It's a young animated child. He's talking nonsense. You can't send any proof, then it doesn't exist.
BBB. Hey, let's not. Look, I don't know if this is true or not, and I appreciate you calling it out, but I don't know how productive. We talk to people we talk to people like this. I don't know if this is true, but I'm taking your worldview and your truth at this point. We talk to people like this so we can align and understand everyone, right? Yes, you understand BBB. I don't know what he's talking about. What's your name? Frank. I don't know what he's talking about. I haven't investigated your page. But
Nobody removed anything. I haven't even gotten off this live. BBB is straight up lying.
Look. We can just go forward from this, and just for now, not engage with BBB. He can keep talking, or they, or whoever they are, can keep talking. But let's not try to engage with the comments, because I think it can be distracting.
Sorry, that's just a disgusting accusation. I'd like to stifle while it comes up.
And I understand. I understand you and me not knowing you and your worldview. I can understand how that can be difficult, especially if you're misrepresented or misunderstood. I can understand that in my own way, right? It's hard to speak these ideas to people without them misunderstanding what I'm trying to say. But
I think
you're engaging me, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I think actually it serves to kind of get to the point that I was getting at, is that ignorance is, well, willful ignorance is probably the most persistent, quote-unquote, evil that we have throughout our societies, or at least the most pervasive. It's a strain that pops up in every society to some extent or another. I'd love to give specific examples, but I'm scared to get called a pseudo-intellectual. So
let's go there and let's see. But don't be afraid. Just put your mind out there, and if you see something off, I will react.
I'd say that the most prevalent way we see this in the modern day is Christianity, and how it still exists in its current state after thousands of years of domination and
So what do you mean by like we see it in its current state, and it's been here for thousands of years? What do you think about it, and in your words?
I think that personally, any experience I've ever had with Christianity growing up as someone who was Christian, I'm not saying this baselessly, I'm saying this as a part of the religion. If you're curious about the denomination, I was Baptist, I was even baptized.
Okay.
So it was a very active part of my life, and I'd say that it only ever provided me with fear and isolation rather than the promised enlightenment, because I didn't conform to what it wanted me to conform to. And through that, I came to look into how it systematically kind of forces people into the rat race, per se. I don't know any other way to put that. The holy rat race.
Like what way were you afraid of it, and how did it not align in what's true to you?
Well, I'd say the concept of heaven and hell are very strange. For eternal punishment to even be on the table for such temporary actions seems like a logical fallacy in itself.
Right.
I think.
Yeah, go ahead. My bad. I can understand where you're coming from. Yes.
You're fine. I thought that was so illogical, but at the same time, it terrified me because I was a kid. I didn't know how to quantify any of this. I stayed up at night scared. And this was the thing for you. I used to be a literal insomniac when I was a child.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Well, it's fine. It was a tribulation, and I'm over it now. I appreciate it.
That's what's interesting. I said I was actually raised, indoctrinated into Christianity as a Catholic. Now, just to explain to people, I claim to find God today, and I think that's true for me in my own way. That's personal to me. But I recognize Christianity has truths. I do not see it as the truth. Just like there's different religions out there that have their truth. We're all figuring this out together, and we can, and I believe we can by engaging with people. But since me and you don't see Christianity as the only one, I'm going to explain. When I was a kid, I said this prayer. When you lay down to sleep, I pray, my Lord, my soul to keep. If I am alive before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. And I understand why this originated in the first place, because I looked it up, and it was because back then, like, people were more susceptible to illnesses, and they weren't. It was more comforting to be like, hey, please, God, take me up if I'm not going to be alive tomorrow. But as a kid, repeating these words, I didn't understand what I was saying. It was like, what am I saying? Why am I saying this? Why would I die tomorrow? Why is this good? So when it comes to religions, I believe it comes down to the individual to figure that out on their own without someone telling them, because we should be very careful about that. And that's what I'll say, unless you want to talk more about it.
I would say that I had a very similar experience. I've completely wiped the prayer from my mind at this point. There's a lot of information that I've very much blocked out. But I thought the term "give us this day our daily bread" was very strange if you had to go out and earn the bread. Sorry?
What did you say? And do what to the bread?
Give us this day our daily bread, and then having to go out and earn the bread for your own hard work, your own prerogative, the free will that was given to you.
To burn the bread? Sorry.
Earn.
Burn. What do you mean burn the bread?
EARN.
Earn. My bad. See, this is word communication is good. So earn the bread. Okay. Yes. Like why? If there is a good God, I'll play this. Right. Why would He design our bodies in a way where we have to eat and drink in order to survive?
It's weird. I was actually thinking about that earlier today. Why beings made in the image of a perfect being would have a waste management system in general. It seems very counterproductive.
But how do we? And maybe the God's not all powerful here, and I'm just playing with ideas. Okay. Maybe this God's not all powerful, and maybe this is how it ought or how it needed to be. We literally needed to put bread or food into our mouths in order to be energized, right? Like that was the only way, maybe, or like the only way that he wanted to be at that time, right? So there's like different ways to think about this, right? And it doesn't always have to be one way or the other. I'm asking these questions for individuals to figure out on their own. I'm not telling you what you should think, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, questions are good. We start with being agnostic. We start with being agnostic to everything we can possibly think of, and we determine what that means on our own, fearlessly. Like this is I made a video on this, but like what if an outlet just popped out of nowhere, right? Like an outlet like you plug stuff into, and this outlet, let's say we don't have knowledge of it, but I do, and I'm telling you, you can plug something into it, and it puts electricity through like a wire, and it energizes something, right? And that's good. But let's say that knowledge isn't there, and let's say me, as this creator of this outlet, and I'm telling you, this outlet turns me on. It makes me rock hard, right? And would you believe that?
I wouldn't want to test it.
Right. But like you're like, wow, that's kind of odd, right? And it's and you said you want to test it. So why would you want to test it? Like what would you do with that information if I told you it turns me on?
I think I would sit on it for a long time until I gained the courage to test it.
So you try and see if it turns you on too.
Eventually.
Right, and this is where ideas are dangerous. If I'm the creator of this technology, I should understand it to its fullest intention. This is a guy told me about the cave, and I think this is I'm trying to remember the philosopher, but essentially in his words, I'm trying to understand it. It's these people were living in a cave, and this one caveman went out into the light and saw what is out there. But these other cavemen were only like only experiencing things in 2D way. This is really bad to explain it. This guy did a much better job explaining it, right? But it's basically like if you know something that's true, you ought to be responsible for speaking the truth about it, right? And you shouldn't lie or say something different, like it turns me on, right? Because it does. Outlets do not make me rock hard. I'll just be honest. That's on the record. TikTok and 22 people. I do not get turned on by outlets. But you see how like misinformation like that can be harmful, and that's why we should figure out these things on our own and be agnostic to it, and we can determine what that means for us. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I found it the most beneficial way to be, honestly.
Right. And you know this.
Yeah, I've ever been religion-wise.
And you know this. And how you're engaging with me and how you're talking with me, I can tell. Like if I saw your face, I can pick up like on micro expressions and like how you're acting. Like it's and this is why I wish I talked to people like in person. But this does the trick for now. But I can tell you this resonates with you.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, I came in here with a question regarding your initial statement that was immediately answered with exactly what I thought it was. I think we're very much in an even state of mind considering that.
Hell yeah. And we did it. We engaged. We understand each other's paths and go forth and be good, my fellow brother.
I'm glad to know some things similarly. You have a great day.
You're amazing. I appreciate you.
Bye.
Okay, that was great. That was great. Frank. Yes, Frank. That was his name, right? Frank. Frank. Good stuff. Sorry, I just burped. If you heard that. This is the same microphone, by the way. That Boney Bear, Justin Vernon. If anyone knows Justin Vernon, shout out to that amazing man. He makes beautiful music. And this is the same microphone he used for his first album. It's an instrumental mic. It's the SM57 dynamic. I think it's like. Oh yeah, here we go. Shure. SHURE. Really good microphone. But mainly used for instruments, but it can be used for vocals too. And I'm using it to talk to you guys now, and we're doing the thing. Space Cowboy, let's try you again. Because I watched Cowboy Bebop. Hello.
Hi, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes. How old are you?
I'm 26.
Nice. I'm 27. So
nice.
my watch doesn't work. I'm eating bread. I'm evil. Prove me wrong.
Okay. May I ask you a question?
Yes.
What kind of evil are you? Are you absolute evil or subjective evil?
So I don't believe evil exists. This is all fun and games, right? But look, I don't believe evil exists, but people do. And we have to fucking deal with it, right? And it exists because people believe in it, and it's a contradiction on purpose. Do you understand?
I can follow you. I wouldn't say I understand, but I would like to try to.
That's how we deal with. Okay, so let's count together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what comes after 7?
8.
What comes after 8?
9.
Right. And what comes after 9?
10.
Right. And now, look, we had to teach this to people, I'm sure, way back in the past. But we all know what numbers are and we can count. And it's a concept that's abstract. But so is, and we can get around it by being creative, but being without fear, right? So fear is the root cause of all unnecessary suffering. If we can eradicate fear in the mind, we can hopefully lead more productive lives. Hopefully make less mistakes in the future. This doesn't mean I'm perfect. This doesn't mean I know everything, but I know what I don't know, and I know not to react to people. Because I escalate. And I know what mercy means for me is when people react, we should understand and guide and align, and we do this together. And that's my spiel.
Okay, so from what I gathered from all of that is that you don't really believe in evil. This is just like a rhetorical question to lure people in.
But I also recognize I'm bad. I would not say evil, but I have done bad, and I can explain if you want me to explain bad things I've done in the past.
Yes, I would. Can I ask you one question before you do explain that?
Right.
Okay, I have to figure out a way to word it because we are on TikTok Live, and I do not want to get you flagged.
I appreciate you.
If someone say, I'm going to use the word grape, as in the fruit grape, a child, would that be an act of evil?
I believe the person that did it would be wrong, morally wrong, bad. I would not say that's a good thing to do. I wouldn't call him evil. I don't believe in evil. And I ought to believe that people are capable of good. Even if this person, I know it sounds fucked, but even if this person did do that to this little child, I would still try to understand why, because everyone has been hurt. I am making a general claim here that I believe every single human to ever exist has been hurt by another human being. And I believe that this person would not act in that way if they were not harmed first. And they probably felt misunderstood, and then they go on and they do stupid shit. And we don't get better unless we understand. And it's
sorry.
I know it's a radical idea, but that's how I ought to be. That's my subjective truth. I would try to understand this person as best I possibly can.
Okay. I noticed you used the word subjective when you said that this is your subjective truth. Do you believe, I'm going to basically ask you the same question, but regarding the word truth now, do you believe truth is absolute or subjective?
We collectively decide what that means. We all live in different realities.
Exactly. We collectively decide on the meaning of words.
Right.
Like how we all collectively,
We're doing this, me and you, and people watching.
like how we all collectively call an apple.
Right. You know it.
So an apple, so we all call an apple.
Right.
That is an act. That is
a different language, right? But
yeah, but even in a different language, it transcribes to the same. That's how language works, you know. Even though it's pronounced a different way, it transcribes into the same word or meaning. So we collectively agree that an apple is an apple. That is just absolute truth because we collectively agree on that, right?
But I can call it bling blah, and you're like, what? I'm like, it's a bling blah, and you're like, what?
But that wouldn't make it a legal law.
But
that would be.
I can call it bling blah all I want, and how is that going to be harmful to you? If you know what an apple is already.
Well, it's not about it being necessarily harmful for me. Like you said earlier, you agreed with me that vocabulary is it's a social construct. Like we all collectively agree on what to call certain things. Correct? That's why we have English language.
Yes, but I understand. Like I'm pushing it forward. I'm pushing it to the extreme here.
So if you were to call an apple a collocabob, that wouldn't make an apple a collocabob.
But to me, it would.
Correct?
To me, it would.
Okay, so truth is subjective then to you. That would mean that truth is subjective.
Right.
Okay.
And you can't take that away from me.
Of course not. You know why? Because God gives us free will.
Right.
So you have the free will to think whatever you want. If you want to call an apple a collocabob, by all means, you have every right to call it. Blingleblah, my bad. I didn't mean, my bad. I'm going to pronounce that.
No, you're good.
But, yeah, I know. But to go back to the question of topic, you said that you don't believe that evil exists. So, I asked you that.
That's how we move forward. That's how we progress.
Okay, so do you think good exists?
Yes.
Okay, so how could good exist but not evil?
I say good and bad.
Okay.
Wrong and right. Good and bad.
There's righteous and then there's evil. There's good and bad.
And
there's
that's your truth.
Well, it's not my truth. That's not subjective. That's the absolute.
What do you believe of yourself?
I believe that we as humans are born as sinners, but that does not make us evil because we're not just sin. Our sin is our flesh, but we're not just flesh. We're not just flesh. We're also a soul.
We were born sinners. Who told you that?
we are born sin. Well, God told me that
How do you know God told you that?
because it's stated in the Bible.
How do you know that's accurate?
Because I understand. If you understand what sin is,
What is sin?
sin is disobedience. Basically, sin is basically. Yeah, and okay, just bear with me, okay? Just bear with me.
Right.
Bear with me and just hear me out.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay, so sin is what goes against sin is destructive. To lie. It's like it's for someone to lie.
Lie. So lying is always bad.
Lying is always bad because
If you live
so
in-
this is a small. 1 second. I'm sorry. I
Lying is
just
always bad.
yes.
Be careful.
I'm gonna start with lying. Like that's something small, right? But lying, what happens if you continue to lie is that you start to build. You begin to build. You become a liar, and nothing good comes from a lie. When you have to lie, you have to cover up your lie. You're constantly living under anxiety.
Maliciously lying is bad.
Yes, things will start crashing down in your world.
Is lying
right?
ever good? Is lying ever good? Can you come up with
Lying is never good because
what if
lying.
you
I'll tell you why lying
What
is
if
never
you were
good.
hiding Jews from the Nazis? And you're like, no Jews, and you're saving lives. Is that wrong?
Well, that's you would this. What's funny is me and you would have very.
Don't answer directly. Please answer.
Oh no, I will. I promise I'm going to answer your question directly. But it was just the topic of what your question was around. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Right. With that scenario, yes or no, would that be a sin to say you were not hiding Jews during that time period where we all know what happened with 6 million Jews?
Well, actually, the number has gone down from 6 million, but continue.
It's around the millions, and one is too many. So, look.
Do you know how many people died during World War II in total?
Okay, geez, you're not even. You're just getting into a different point. Okay, look. I'm talking about hiding Jews in that time period and lying about it. Is that a sin?
Yes, it is.
Why?
Because a lie is a sin.
Who told you that?
I mean, I don't think. I'm pretty sure this is common knowledge. I'm not the only one who thinks this. But lying is a sin. Now, would that lie?
Because there's scenarios where it can be
The thing-
used for good.
The thing about God is,
It can be used for good. Can you?
Correct.
Can you?
yeah, I can consent to that.
Sorry, consent was. I don't know if that was the right verbiage.
I know what you meant, though. I know what you meant.
You can understand what that means, right? So
Yeah.
now, what is a sin if sometimes it's okay?
Well, that's the thing about God. We have a merciful Father. We have a merciful Father.
Right.
We have a Father that's merciful. So if you could lie and if like hiding Jews from the Nazis, that's a good thing. Okay, so God, that's where repentance comes in. You repent for the lie. We have a merciful God. God's not going to send you to hell because you lied about.
Look, it's really interesting because you're figuring this out in real time and thinking about it for the first time.
No, I'm not thinking about it.
Because you said lying is always a sin, and now you're
saying
you're saying we repent because it can be good at times.
You repent for sins. Yes, that's what I did say.
But now you can see that it's good at times, and before you said it wasn't good.
No, the good deed the good deed was that lives were saved, right, from Nazis, right?
You understand this now, but you weren't able
That
to.
No. I'm trying to help you to understand. I'm trying to help you to understand that
My bad.
the good deed is the lives that were saved. The sin is still a sin, regardless.
So it's still wrong.
It's not wrong that lives were saved. It was wrong to.
What's a sin? Okay, so it's I'm talking about lying, not lives saving. I'm talking about lying.
A lie is saying something that isn't true. That's what a sin is.
Okay.
I mean, that's what a lie is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, have you ever lied?
Of course.
So okay. I've of course lied to you, and we can now move on to the next thing. I don't know why we're talking about this. I forgot. Sin. What's a sin, right? And then I think so is blasphemy a sin?
Blasphemy, as in blasphemizing God?
Let's say I'm bipolar, and that's the truth. And I've had 3 manic episodes. First one started in 2022. Look, mental health is severely misunderstood, is stigmatized, and people need to do better at understanding without fear. And that's my truth. But in these manic states, I did do bad things. And people would even call it evil, right? So my first manic episode, I believed in something I was not. I believed I was Jesus 2.0. Literally empathized with this man to the best of my ability, and literally thought I was going to be betrayed by someone close to me. But I was like going to do the best good for humans I could possibly ever do, right? And I was going to die because of this. And I had the choice between choosing this path or not. And I chose the path. And it came out chaotic for reasons, and I can explain that. But I literally claimed I was Jesus 2.0. Not out loud to people, but to myself. I thought this was true of me. That's blasphemy, is that correct?
Correct.
Is that an unforgivable sin?
No, there is no sin that's not non-forgivable.
Okay, but would you call that evil?
I wouldn't really call it. I would say it was okay. So it's a nuanced question. I would say that it's evil because if you continued believing that and carried on with that, you would separate yourself from God.
It was a delusion.
And
my perception of reality shifted to so many different areas.
Yes.
I didn't understand what.
If I could finish though, I wouldn't say the act of you doing that is evil because it's not like you're hurting anyone. You're only hurting yourself by doing that. So that's why I would call it evil.
Be careful. How do you know I only hurt myself there?
Because if you think you're Jesus 2.0, that doesn't affect anybody else other than you. Because if you, I mean, how? Well, give me an example of how that would hurt someone else.
You're learning in real time. Be curious. Do not make knowledge claims.
No, it's not a knowledge claim. I'm asking you. How would you believe that you're Jesus 2.0 hurt anyone else?
You literally said, in that state of mind, believing me believing that did not hurt anyone else. And I'm saying be careful because you don't know the rest of the story. And then you became curious. So I'm telling you, do not assume. Be curious first. Be curious first.
Oh,
right.
I get what you're saying. Did you try to convert somebody and you let them astray too?
No. So
that could hurt.
You should be very curious right now and ask questions and listen. So I'll tell you the story. I was in the hospital in Los Angeles, Los Robles Hospital, and I told the nurses I'm going to do something scary because I believed the higher power at that time wanted me to perform. And I put the bed sheet over my head. I stood on my bed, and I told people not to look and close the blinds if they wanted to, because I wanted to try something. I was very experimental at the time. And I jumped down, and because people told me to get down, and this one lady was giving me a hard time before, and she started singing a song about Jesus and the blood of Jesus. And I joined in and magnificently tried my best to sing along, because I believed in it. And she was really scared to the point where I did something with my eyes, and it's performance art, people. It's performance art, okay? Literally, I invoked fear in this woman so bad, where she pointed at me, stared at me with wide eyes, and wasn't moving. I petrified this woman because I scared the shit out of her. 2 guys came, tackled me to the ground. I was pinned down by 4 people, and I had. I didn't try to get out of their grasp, right? But I spoke to every single one of them because I believed in this word at the time. I'm like, you've seen it, you've seen it, you've seen it, and you've seen it. I am not that, even though I did. Does that make sense? I was very confused.
Yeah,
I was very confused.
I mean, that's your story, like. You're sharing
You're off.
I'm sorry.
You're,
I'm sorry, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Sorry, somebody keeps calling me. I mean, yeah, it makes sense because it's your story. I mean, I couldn't tell you your own story doesn't make sense, but
Right, but is that evil?
sorry, I keep having to decline this phone call. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I get your point about how other people could be affected by.
Is that evil?
Yes, it is evil. Yes.
Okay, why would you say that?
Why you believing your Jesus 2.0 is evil?
Not currently, in the past, in 2022.
Yes, that's evil because you're claiming to be God. That's clearly evil.
Before you said it wasn't, and you tried to justify it, like you're contradicting yourself in real time, buddy. Do you know what?
No, you're not understanding what I'm saying.
You're contradicting. No, I'm trying to understand. You don't understand what you're saying because you contradict yourself. Do you understand?
No, I do.
You
Because
said
I clearly said that.
You said it wasn't.
No, I clearly said it was evil.
Okay,
I clearly said that
I
it's.
might be mishearing. I'm sorry.
Yes, allow me to repeat myself. I clearly stated that would be evil because you are setting yourself on a one-way ticket course to hell by believing that.
What if I don't believe that anymore?
If you don't believe that anymore, that's very good that you don't believe that anymore.
Right. So was that an unforgivable sin, blasphemy?
No, there's no such thing as an unforgivable sin.
Right. And this is the second time I asked, and you say the same thing. So thank you for being consistent in that logic. Okay. So
Yes.
I've been recording this, and I can go back, and I'm going to put it probably on YouTube. And I want you to analyze this chat and notice your contradictions. And I believe you did contradict yourself a couple times.
Point to me out what I contradicted myself on.
You can find me on YouTube. I'll put the link in my TikTok. Look, maybe he didn't contradict himself, but I had reason to believe, and I'm gonna trust the instinct that he did. I'm not saying he's bad. This guy, look, these conversations were necessary. I didn't want to engage anymore because it wasn't productive in a way that's, look, it's interesting someone calling you something when you know you're not that, and I'll leave it at that. Like, what I did was bad. I'm accountable to my actions for traumatizing that lady. I am sorry. I hope she's gotten over it. But, look, I can look back and I can see bad, and I'm accountable to my actions. I can admit it, and I hope other people can too, and people have. Let's do this person. Appreciate everyone here. 39 people, 38 people. This is amazing. Like, everyone just for like sticking in. What the fuck? People sticking around and just listening to me yap about my mind and interacting with people and testing what I'm thinking out. I appreciate everyone. Eileen, I saw your comment. I just didn't want to like say it out loud because I didn't want to interrupt the flow. If that's what that comment meant. Eileen, I see you. This person is. This person is not loading in. Sorry. Lovely. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna stay on. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, but I have nothing on tomorrow, so why not take another guest at this point? Eileen? Okay, I'll put you up. Maybe, I don't know what's going on. TikTok's not connecting. Oh, here we go.
Hello?
Hello. How you doing?
I'm not doing too good, I'm gonna be honest.
Why is that? How old are you first?
Outside factors that don't matter.
Okay. I understand. You don't have to get personal. I'm sorry that you're going through difficult times right now.
So, what do you define as evil?
I don't believe evil exists, but
Okay, that's not true.
But other people do. Other people believe it, and we have to deal with it. It's a contradiction on purpose, right? That's how we get over it. Do you understand?
I don't understand what the hand movement has to do with that.
In for the lie.
Okay, so let me get this straight. What? Hold on.
Right?
Can you just
I can
define evil?
make up shit and apply meaning to it. Where do your original thoughts come from?
What do you mean?
Where do your original thoughts come from?
Where do original thoughts come from?
Yeah, have you ever heard original thought in your mind ever in your life?
Well, even if I did, there would be no way to prove that.
Right, until someone else. So, say an original thought, and I'll tell you if I've thought it.
But that doesn't work.
Just do it. Just say something. So that doesn't work. So that doesn't work. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Who says that doesn't work? Who says that doesn't work? Really? Do you think that's original? I'm being disingenuous.
I see what your goal is. Whenever you're debating people, your whole goal is to confuse them, so that way they make a moron of themselves.
No. It's literally teach. If I can do it, brother, so can you. Everyone serves one way or the other to check out my message to you. If the scat man can do it, brother, so can you. Who's the scat man? Am I the scat man, or are you the scat man?
See, now I see why you were so successful with debating with religious fanatics and neo-Nazis.
I don't because you debate. It's more of a conversation. It's more of a dialogue, in my opinion.
Okay. So can we get this straight and just keep it clear and quiet? Can you give me the dictionary definition of evil?
I don't believe in evil, but I'll look it up for you.
I just want you to say the Webster's definition of evil.
Look, I understand people have defined it. I'm telling you something in a way to get around the idea.
Okay, but see, you already said
the 2019 horror 4 seasons, so I'll look at the Webster dictionary. Look, it's an idea. Do you know how to count? So count with me. 1?
No, see, this is the whole confusing thing you're doing. You're trying to throw me off track.
Look, I'm not trying to throw you off track, dude. I hope I'm being genuine with you. And look, someone had an idea, an abstract thought, and those were numbers, and they were trying to teach that to someone at the time, and they're like, "What?
I mean this respectfully.
How? I'm trying to teach you something." So evil in the Merriam-Webster dictionary: morally reprehensible, sinful, wicked, arising from actual or imputed bad character or conduct. I understand what that means. I understand.
Okay, so we understand what that means, right? I'm not calling you an idiot. I'm not saying that you don't understand what it means. But what I am saying is to say that you don't believe evil exists whenever there's a clear definition that you agree does exist, right? You agree that extreme moral wrong does exist, right?
Ask me again. Ask me what I think about this word.
Hold on. What do you think?
You're putting words in my mouth, and you're misunderstanding it. You're misunderstanding it.
Hold on. What do you think of extreme moral depravity? Do you think that exists?
Can you explain that in your own words?
Extreme moral depravity?
Yes.
Extreme lack of morality or care for other human beings.
I would say that's bad. That equals bad in my brain, or wrong in my brain.
Okay. What is the synonym for bad?
Wrong.
Evil.
Dude,
evil is a known synonym for bad.
Be careful saying that word.
See, I can see what you're going for.
Look, I don't believe in the word, but some people like you do. You have to fucking deal with it. You understand it's a contradiction on purpose, and I get really emotional. I'm in control of myself. I get really emotional
I mean this respectfully.
Because
I can tell that you're extremely mentally ill.
I'm on meds.
I connect with you on that.
Be not afraid. Be not afraid. Be not afraid.
I connect with you. What is it?
Be curious.
What have you been
Be not afraid. Be curious. Be not afraid. Be curious, dude. Imagine I'm okay. Let's count together. 1.
I need to have this
2,
I need to have
3,
this respectful
4,
conversation with you.
5.
Can you please tell me what you're diagnosed with?
That's how we get bipolar 1. I'm not manic. I'm on meds. 7. What comes after
Okay,
7?
do you have bipolar disorder?
So I'm explaining a new idea to you that no one has taught to me. What comes after 7? What comes after 7?
8.
Right. What comes after 8?
9.
What comes after 9?
10.
Right, and you know this. These are abstract ideas. Numbers are abstract.
Yeah, I agree with you that numbers are an abstract.
Evil is an abstraction. Now I'm explaining it to you
but
as a contradiction.
hold on.
As a contradiction.
I understand what you're saying. I understand. Please let me talk.
What is a
Please let
contradiction?
me talk.
No, because you claim I'm mentally ill, and I'm telling you, you're fucking an idiot.
We are
for saying
both
that.
mentally ill.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that we are both obviously similar on this aspect of being diagnosed with mental illness.
That isn't everyone. I'd say being closed-minded and being unwilling to listen and understand. I'm reacting to you on purpose because you called me something, and I know not to do that. But I'm proving the chat and everyone watching a point right now, right? Look, we do not react to this, but I am reacting to prove a point. We are both diagnosed with a mental illness that's stigmatized. People don't understand what that means, and unless they ask us. But people fear, and we should not fear things that we can understand, like numbers. Imagine a person teaching another person numbers, and they fear what that means. Do you think they feared numbers? I don't know. But I'm teaching you that this thing is a contradiction, and we ought to look at it that way to progress as human beings so we don't die. The earth will live on. The earth will live on. Humans will see. It's you must be not afraid, and you must be curious before reacting. Mercy for me, I learned this recently. Mercy for me is to not react back. Even though I did it, I know I'm so sorry. Can you forgive me? But look, it's to understand where you're coming from. I know you're coming from fear with this, right? People don't understand this, and I'm apparently mentally ill and unwell. But I am going to be like, dude, we can be better than that. And I'm going to guide you into a way for us to understand. And you're listening to me. I wish I could see your facial expressions. And if you're nodding or if you're crying, I don't know what you're doing. But you're listening to me. And this resonates with you on some level, I can tell. Now let's continue the conversation. I'll try not to react back.
I did not mean to insult you by accusing you of being mentally ill. I was trying to connect with you because I recognize that because I come from a family of mentally ill people. My partner is mentally ill. I have I'm friends with several people who are mentally ill. My mother, in fact, has bipolar disorder.
Okay.
Very similar to yours. I am coming from a point of recognition and respect with this.
Right.
I am recognizing that you are having some sort of episode right now.
I am not. I'm on medication. I found God today, and this is the first time not the first time, but the first time not being manic that I found God in my own way. In my own way. I'm with God. Are you with God? My right hand is up. Are you with God?
You say that I'm with God.
How do you know that?
I believe I found him yesterday, but I also believe that I was manic.
How do you know that? How do you know that? I say you don't have God because you're fearful right now. And if you're fearful, you're without God.
What makes you say that I'm fearful?
Because you're scared of me. You're saying I'm manic. And you're saying I'm
not scared of
mentally
you.
ill. Okay. So help me understand why you call me mentally ill.
I can just recognize it. Nothing to do with fear. It's a simple pattern.
Is severely misunderstood. We ought to be curious and be not afraid to ask people. So I want you to be more curious, and I'll be more curious with you. Do you understand?
I'm sorry, could you
Since we're
repeat that?
both mentally ill, I'm going to be curious, and I want you to be curious too.
I understand where you're coming from.
Okay, so
I mean-
let's have a dialogue.
Okay. We've already found the definition for evil. Okay? We have found a definition for evil that we agree upon. You state that it is simply a concept. I'm saying that it is simply...
It's like a contradiction, and we ought to see it that way. You misunderstand, you don't listen well.
Can we talk more about why you
I'm
think
not
this
trying to
concept?
confuse you. You're just not picking up what I'm putting down. 1, 2, 3. Okay? A, B, C. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Do, re, mi. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3.
On track.
Okay, so I'm just teaching you a fucking lesson right now.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
But look, we be not afraid and we be curious, and let's continue.
Okay. How do you view evil as a contradiction?
How do I feel? How do I view evil as a contradiction? It's an
Yes, how do you view
abstract.
evil?
It's an abstract idea. We are all
But-
human beings.
hold
We do
on.
not
If you look into
project.
something
We do
for
not
long enough,
project our
isn't everything
beliefs.
abstract?
We do not project our fears on other people and villainize them. They are human beings. We are all human beings in the human race.
Okay,
We
but
should
do
not
you
react.
believe that some people deserve to be feared?
Yes, like I've caused fear from people being in manic episodes. I've been through
Yeah,
manic
but
episodes.
that's not what I'm saying.
I'm accountable to my actions, but do you? I understand how people can be afraid, right?
Okay.
I'm saying, okay, so like this is a lesson, and I'm just gonna do it. So, fear is the root cause of unnecessary suffering. If the individual can eradicate fear in the mind, they can hopefully be more productive and hopefully make less mistakes in the future, right? For themselves and other people. And we have to understand, we ought to understand this because we react left, right, left, right, left, right. And that keeps going until the end. It doesn't have to be that way. Reaction, mercy.
So I mean this with respect. It seems like you are
Understand, guide. And what do you say? You're trying to interrupt me, and I'm trying to teach you a lesson. Do you interrupt your professor? Do you interrupt your professor in school? Have you been to school? Where did you learn your 1, 2, 3? Did you say 1, 5, 6? 1, 5, 6? 1, 5, 6? That's what you sound like right now, okay? And I'm being disingenuous because you're being disingenuous. I should not react back. But I'm doing this in real time so the chat can understand this fucking abstract concept of this word. Now get back and be curious and be not afraid, motherfucker.
You're reacting very aggressively.
I know. I'm calm. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for calling you a motherfucker. I'm doing it again. I'm sorry. I'm human. Does that?
I respectfully think that you need to calm down.
Okay, I'll calm down if you can stop being disingenuous. Okay, we get it. Okay, good.
Can we? I would like to discuss my beliefs very quickly on religion and such.
Okay, let's do it.
Just to give you some more clarification.
Yes,
I am a religious Jew. Okay? And in my preferred study of the beliefs, we believe that there is a certain point of action where humans cross a bridge where they lose their soul, thus becoming evil.
They lose their soul. How do they lose their soul?
By committing so many heinous actions that they are no longer redeemable in the eyes of God.
What do you call heinous?
Let's talk about some human beings that I believe to be Asian. Or,
Okay,
well,
yeah,
to be heinous.
sure.
To list some, Adolf Hitler for one. We can both agree that he is a heinous human being, correct?
How is he heinous? I just want to hear your words. I can understand. I'm asking.
He killed 9 million people out of direct hatred.
He directly did that?
He ordered people to kill 9 million people out of
So
direct hatred.
if you're a leader and you order people to be unalive, that's heinous.
Yes.
Sure.
That is an obvious. That is a heinous act.
I agree. Look, we're getting into the truth here. This is how. Look, we're both having a dialogue. We're both engaged, and we're not being hostile. This is how this should be. Study this, people. Anyways.
So do we agree that Adolf Hitler is a heinous human being on those terms, right?
I would say wrong and bad. Heinous. I don't use that in my vocabulary. Maybe I will in the future.
Okay, so we can agree that he is objectively bad. Like, he is arguably one of the worst human beings to ever exist. He is bad.
We point to him in philosophical conversations and political debates. Well, not political debates, but
We do, because he is very easy to point out.
right. It's the one in our history that we can say has caused the most harm. And
He is an objectively evil man.
well, most harm. I don't know. That's a knowledge claim. Well, it's easy to villainize that person.
It is very easy to villainize him.
Right. And
Which is why I point to him as being an objectively wrong, heinous, and evil person in my beliefs. Maybe not your beliefs, but we're getting there.
I believe this guy could have been understood. I believe something drove him.
He is understood by some, but
Well,
those
look,
people are also
understood to be guided, and I believe he didn't get good, probably
I believe that
criticisms
he-
from his artwork, and then he might have become bitter because I don't know. I'm making assumptions here, and assumptions are bad.
Well, that's
but he was hurt by
respectfully, that is a bad argument.
he was hurt
Whenever
by
we go back to it.
he was hurt
Because
by
he was at one point a human, and he was hurt, and he shouldn't have been hurt. But that therefore, he is a human,
Look,
right?
I'm not
He is.
trying to defend this, but like I'm just saying, like with how I believe, like people can be good, right? But we should be
Yes,
very
everybody
careful.
has the capability to be good.
Right, and that's why I'm arguing against. But I'm
So we agree on
with you. Yes, we do.
Everybody has the chance to be good, and some people are corrupted by outside forces, which is a sad tragedy that happens in their life. But we have to admit that his actions have led him to become what I personally view as evil, because those are just unrepairable actions. He did it without remorse.
And I'm gonna jump into your worldview, and because I can do that. I can understand where you're coming from. I understand why you use evil. I'm gonna jump back into me, and I'm gonna say, be careful, right?
I can understand how that's a slippery slope. Can we talk about some other people who I might view as objectively evil?
Yes, if that makes you happy.
You were familiar with Jeffrey Dahmer, correct?
He is the dude that eats people, right?
He murdered and killed 27 innocent African American homosexuals.
That's heinous.
Directly out of his hatred and lust to feel their bodies without their consent. Do you view that as a horrible action?
What did I just say? Do you listen?
I couldn't hear what you were saying. Sorry.
That's heinous. Where did I learn the word heinous from?
Me.
So I'm learning from you too. Do you see how this works?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. So can we agree?
Sorry.
Can we agree?
What? What did you say? What did you say? Strange? Be careful. Did you say strange? Why did you say strange?
I didn't say strange.
What did you say under your breath?
Mm.
Okay, I'm gonna believe you.
So can we agree from my perspective, Jeffrey Dahmer falls under that category of evil?
I would say heinous.
Heinous, right? Heinous? Similar to the word that evil falls under in definition?
It's bad, it's wrong, it's not good. We know, look, we see we don't repeat Jeffrey Dahmer. Look, we see we don't repeat Hitler. Look, we see we don't repeat fearing when you don't have to fear, and being curious. Understand?
Yeah.
Good, and I know you understand. You said yes, so thank you.
Are you playing a character?
I'm acting. Sure, I'm acting. No, I'm Brady. My name is Brady.
Is that the goal?
What do you mean?
Is that the goal? Is the goal to play a character?
What do you mean? This comes out of
Are you
fear.
doing
Why
it?
are you being disingenuous right now? I can react back to you, but I'm gonna be curious. Why do you think I'm acting?
Okay, so can we
Why
cut
do you
back
think I'm
to...
acting? Can you answer my fucking question? Why do you think I'm acting?
Yeah, I am answering your question. Give me
You're
time.
not. You're getting somewhere else. You need to say yes or no. Yes or no. Why do you?
Yes, I think you're acting.
Why?
Can we cut back to...
No. Can you answer my question? Why? Can you answer my question? Why? Why do you think I'm acting? This guy is disingenuous, by the way, everyone. He's a fucking scared little pussy. I'm sorry for saying that. But why do you think I'm acting?
I gotta say, this is quite beautiful.
You can't even answer my question right now. You can't even answer my...
You are
I'm sorry for saying
massive
that.
trash.
I'm sorry for saying that.
You are a massive
I'm sorry.
trash. This is beautiful.
I'm sorry for saying that.
You are... No.
Look, I'm acting this out in real time for people to say, don't react back. That's wrong of me to... I acted, I reacted, And now I'm asking you why, and you're being disingenuous by not answering my question. Do you understand how that's frustrating when you're not answering my question when I ask a simple fucking question?
No.
Can you answer my question? And maybe when you can talk to the real God, the true God. Be with God, okay? Jesus Christ. I'm not that man. I'm Brady. My name is Brady. My name is Brady. Don't be disingenuous. Don't be afraid, people. Be curious, and I'll try and direct back. But damn it, this idea that I have is very important. And people, I believe people are good. I believe that last man was good. He can do good. He can learn not to fear, and he can learn to answer simple questions like he did when he was in first grade. Next. Okay, who wants to come up? This guy was saying something in the chat, so I'm gonna do you next. I'm gonna so decompose. Like that guy got me riled, but one second. Can you?
Oh, sorry.
I'm going. This is how we calm down after something agitates us, right? Like that man was not being disingenuous. Like he was being disingenuous. I'm gonna take
Yeah, let's take a breath. Let's take a few breaths.
Yes, let's do it together.
Circle breathing, square breathing.
It's 4 seconds in. Hold for 4 seconds. 2, 3, 4. Let out for 4, 3.
Yeah. All right, that feels good.
Let's do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 second.
Wait, did I mess it up?
That's okay. You're trying, and I appreciate you.
All right,
one more
yeah.
time. Three for good luck. 1.
Can we just do one more? One more for good luck.
We got to do 5 then, but let's do it.
Okay.
Ready? Sorry. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Let out. 2, 3. Okay, one more time. 5. That's human. We have 5.
Yeah, 5 is five fingers.
Most of us do. That's how we were created. And we
Yeah.
We're human.
But my cousin doesn't have a finger.
And that's okay. And we can understand.
We can forgive him for that.
We don't have to forgive because it wasn't their fault. Ready?
Yeah.
One.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
But it definitely helped, and I'm back in a calm state of mind.
Yeah.
Oh, this is really.
I don't even remember what was going on before.
Breathing techniques. What did that? I don't even know either. I don't. I think I was talking. People. This is the thing. Like, people come up, and I understand how to be better because of people, right? And every single person I've talked to, for the most part, even the recent guest has helped me understand how to be better.
Yeah.
So, sorry if people think I'm this now, but just talk to me. And
You're not evil.
Don't be afraid.
You're evil.
So
Yeah, be not afraid.
Well, look, and that was the words said by a wise man, and
The Jesus, right?
right. I don't know if he
Wait,
was
what?
like, I don't know if he was actually like God, but I believe he was a man, and probably
Yeah, he was a man. Yeah, he was a great man. He died having sex ever.
I'm coming up with like I believe I found God today, and I believe it could be true in a sense. But also, in order to be, I have to understand other religions can be true too, right?
Yeah, well, can I pause you? I don't mean to interrupt.
I believe we're all finding that together, and I'll stop preaching.
No. I have a question, and before we start our dialogue, because I know you don't like having debates or like arguments.
It happens.
What
It's out of my control.
is the shaking of the medicine like a habit? Because I also have like habits like that.
I was doing that.
It was just like a fun like stem,
It sounds like a snake rattling.
like a rattlesnake. Yeah.
Right. That's why I was doing it.
Yeah, respect.
But yeah,
I don't think you're evil anymore. I think it might be the lights in the background making you evil a little
It's all
bit.
intentional. It's all intentional.
It's all a little trick,
No,
a little
it's
Joker trick.
like, do you know what performance art is?
Yeah, it's a bit. Oh,
But
you're not playing a character, right?
No, I'm being myself. I'm being Brady.
You're being yourself, but putting yourself in like a kind of okay, I see. You're having an argument for something you don't truly believe in. You're just kind of arguing for it.
It's a contradiction. People, I don't believe it, but people do. You have to deal with it. It's a contradiction.
Yeah, but here's my question. What's with the fucking, like, the flipping thing? I like that. I like it. It's a cute little tick.
Well, cute. Thanks. It's me expressing something with great disdain because it's such an abstract idea that we don't understand, and I'm trying to communicate it in such a way for people to find on their own.
Well, I think everybody can admit evil is, like, it all depends on how each of us kind of label it. There's no universal label for evil.
I
think there's not really
I'm putting a new idea out there, and I'm saying...
What's the new idea? Just say it in as simple as you can so I can fully understand. I'm a simple guy.
We view it as a contradiction. 1, 2, 3. Not... It's...
Yeah, but I don't know 1, 2, 3 means.
It's 1, 2, 3. I know, I'm simply down.
Oh, there's a step in between evil. There's 3 steps.
Assumptions. This is an assumption.
But what does the 2 mean in the assumptions?
T-O, 1, 2, 3. You don't go from 1 to 2.
T-O? What are you talking about?
T-O, what's T-O mean?
2?
Right, and what's the difference between
That's not what it means.
What's the difference between T-W-O and T-O?
2 is like 2 and throw, and 2 is like 2 and 4.
You're confusing me. So T-O, 2 is like going to.
No, it's like going. It's like that.
Right, it's going to. It's like jumping. It's jumping from 1, 3, right?
Like that, yeah.
That's an assumption. I'm making this really crystal clear for people, right? I'm saying we should go from 1, 2, 3, not 1, 2, 3, right?
Do you believe in the mark of the beast?
Do you understand? I'm not using my middle finger on purpose. Because if I did, that would be wrong.
Yeah. But do you believe in the mark of the beast?
I don't know. I don't think so, but I don't know. Explain it. I don't know. Explain it in your own words, and we'll see.
I don't know. I just remember it. I just wanted to bring it up.
Well, it's like this is like in Revelation, right? Where
Yeah.
Which, in my understanding,
I don't really believe in that part of Revelation.
Right. Look. It doesn't have to end that way. I can be the white horse. We can do performance theater together, right? We can all act out without, unaliving each other.
Yeah, but I think I'll be the straight man.
To make people right. We can make people. We can make people. God damn it, Brady. We can help people fulfill their wishes of revelation without making it reality.
Yeah. Classic.
Because there's many people that don't believe in Christianity, and they have truths. What if their truth is better?
I used to not believe in Christianity, but I was on vacation, and a coconut fell on my head, and
Coconut?
for a second there, a coconut fell on my head, and for a second there, I swear I saw, like, just an angel or something, but then, I just don't know if I should believe it. Well, it was white. It was a white person, but I don't believe that.
Person?
Yeah.
Person? What do you mean by person?
Like a white character, like a white human.
A white character, a white human. So how do you know it was an angel if it was just a human?
Well, I don't know. It just felt like an angel. I felt an angel's presence. No.
I'm sorry. How do you know it was an angel if it looked like?
No, but I felt like, you know how, like, when you're in a dream and, like, you can feel like a danger, or like kind of like you're scared a little bit. Like, you don't know if it's like, you don't know what's coming after you, but you know that you're kind of like freaked out a little bit.
Okay.
It's it's like I felt an angel's presence. I don't know how to explain an angel's presence, but I felt like my skin was warm.
Interesting. So
like I just felt safe.
We're out of the body, like where else? We're on your skin, like legs, arms. I don't want to put ideas in your mind, but like where did you feel this?
Like I felt it in like my palms and on the back of my palms and stuff.
Okay.
and I felt it on my feet and on the back of my feet, and I felt it on the side of my torso.
On the side
I
of your
felt it.
torso.
Yeah.
Like only on one side?
I felt it through both sides of my torso, like if something was being stuck through it.
Stuck through it? What do you mean?
Well, I felt like it felt like there were holes in like my hands and like my feet.
Why is this idea coming to your mind right now?
No, yeah, Jesus had holes.
Wait, who said Jesus? So you're Jesus?
No, but Jesus went within all of us.
Stop. I was asking you how it felt like to witness this angel, and then you said Jesus. So are you Jesus? Because you had...
No. I felt Jesus. Just there's a connection between Jesus and all the angels, right? Like obviously.
My bad. I just wanted to understand what you were saying.
Yeah, no. I wasn't.
We're
not accusing each other of anything.
Right, but
yeah.
I'm like, this is how we get to the bottom of.
And also, can you tell Eliza to stop flirting with me in chat?
Eliza?
Yeah,
I can't.
She's like messaging me and stuff.
I can't control people, but we can ask kindly.
Yeah.
But like,
Eliza, knock it off.
What else do you want to be flirted with by Eliza?
Well,
that's like kind gesture from them.
I know, but I just don't want.
You don't want. Okay, so you don't want.
I just don't want.
You don't feel
I don't feel comfortable.
Okay, Eliza, pretty please. I can't force you, and neither can. Sorry, I can't even.
No, I'm not asking her to stop. I'm just. Can you just tell her to just? I'm sure she'll just agree to stop. Like, eventually.
I can't control anyone, so.
Yeah. Eliza, it's okay. You can keep flirting with me.
Okay. So we figured that out, like adults.
Yeah. We can just walk past it. It's fine. It's just like normal.
Okay.
Just grow up. Just grow up.
Be careful if they're married, though.
Yeah, I'm not married, but I'm married to like an idea, kind of.
Okay, so wait, you were talking about like holes in your hands, right?
Oh wait, also one thing. Are you a fan of Destiny?
Like the video game?
No, like the YouTube personality.
I don't know who that is.
I think you'd like him. Yeah.
Dynasty? I'll look him up. I have a long list. Someone taught me about philosophy in like the 6 or 7 different kinds. Well, because they added political stuff to it, and some people view that as philosophical.
Like the political and economic status stuff,
mutual
right?
aid, Orthodox Church Father, Anglican Father, Trump Stakes, The Great Message, J.E. Richardson, and then what else? I need to look up this YouTuber.
Cobbis, Lane.
Cobb. How do you spell that?
It might be Kaby.
Kaby? KB?
Lame.
LA.
Yeah, like Cobby Lame.
What's that spelled backwards?
I wasn't spelling anything backwards.
Y-E-A-K. Interesting.
Malik or
Wait, why is
okay.
Look, this is where my mind goes. I'm putting my mind out.
We have two beautiful minds.
Right, and this is great. And I think when we're both like trusting each other and both aligned.
All right, Eliza, stop.
We can speak our minds more freely because we know that.
Yo, Eliza, stop.
I feel comfortable with you right now.
Yeah, I feel comfortable with
you.
you.
Feel comfortable with me too. And I'm literally letting my mind wander at this point
Same.
and how it thinks. So
I'm literally.
Kaby Lane. Why does he think he's lame?
Cobby Lane. No, he spoke of this.
He spoke of this. What do you mean, the angel?
Well, Quasimodo predicted like a lot of what we were talking about here.
What do you mean?
No, Quasimodo.
Who's Quasimodo? I thought it was Kaby Lame.
No, different guy. We're moving on.
Are you trying to confuse me?
No, I don't mean to.
Okay, so how do you spell this other guy?
Quasimodo.
Yeah, Q. Okay, Q.
U A S I M O.
Quasimodo. EO. Oh, okay, interesting. These are both YouTubers?
Yeah, and can I just add one more YouTuber?
Yeah.
Oni
O-N?
Ney. Yeah.
E-Y. Okay. These are all YouTubers.
E-L
E-L.
A-A-Y.
A-Y. One
Oni plays.
Onile.
Oni plays.
Only plays? Oh, plays. So O-N-E-Y-E-P?
Yo, Eliza, knock it off.
Wait, is it O-N-E-Y-E-P-L-A?
Alright, no, I'm getting sick of this. I'm getting sick of Eliza right now.
Hey, it's okay. We don't have to. We can just let them do their thing. So,
Because I'm gonna flip like this. I'm gonna flip like that. I'm gonna get so angry.
My brother.
Okay, I'm sorry.
My brother.
I'm sorry. Yo, wait, Frank.wave, by the way, Frank.wave, this dude was, this dude was posting some crazy stuff on his TikTok.
Okay, we can talk about like
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
We're gonna sidetrack. YouTubers own. I asked. So one O-N-E-Y-E-P or L.
Ethereal, knock it off.
Hey.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm just going crazy with power here. I think I'm evil.
Hey, whoa, calm down. Look, you're not engaging with me right now, and I'm asking you.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to find out
I forgive
the
you. I'm sorry.
that you brought up as a third person when you only want to talk about one.
Yo, Frank, knock it off.
Frank, knock it off. When you're talking about angels and how you compared it to Jesus. Look, your line of thinking does not make any sense to me, but I'm following along because I'm trying to be genuine with you right now.
Yeah.
I could react back, but I'm choosing not to.
Don't react back. I don't want to be put in self-defense.
It's really, you're really being confusing, and I hope you understand that.
Yeah, I hope I understand that too.
So I hope, I believe you will. So, how do you spell this? Only, because you pronounce it one way, and then you pronounce it
O-N-E-Y.
O-N-E-Y-E-L. Okay, so I had it correct the first time.
Yeah, you had it correct, yeah.
Okay,
Only play.
My bad. Okay, so these are all
with friends.
Okay, cool. With friends?
Yeah. It's like only plays with friends.
Oh, it's like PewDiePie, right? But only.
Yeah, like
PewDiePie. Hey, my name is PewDiePie. We're gonna be saying the N-word on a bridge. My name is PewDiePie.
That was not good. That was not good. But he did get me.
Yeah, I did not agree with that.
He did get me through childhood isolation, being in high school. I watched his Deadpool videos and his.
Oh yeah.
And I thought it was hilarious. And I didn't.
You know that Deadpool game is just gone. Like it's gone off shelves now.
I didn't feel alone. That sucks off shelves. But I didn't feel alone watching him. He helped me feel like I was hanging out with him, and I really appreciate him for that. Even though he did a bad thing, he did do a bad thing. But I appreciate who he is. He has a family now. I think he has.
He's a beautiful family at that.
One kid at least. I haven't been keeping up with his videos. It's just hard to keep up with people nowadays. But I wish him the best because I think I know he made me happy back when I.
Your lies knocked out.
Okay, so I have three YouTubers, and so Angel, what about this Angel? So you felt like holes in your wrists?
So holes in my arms, like like Jesus was kind of crucified on a cross. When the coconut hit me, it's up for debate. It depends if you're, yeah, it's like some people.
I don't know why people would lie about that.
Well, no, some character would say that they're lying, like some evil character.
Evil. Be careful. What if they're just critically thinking and didn't have any evidence?
Well, critical thinking is hurting people sometimes because you're critical of other things.
What do you mean by that?
So it's, sorry, I had to burp there for a second.
Excuse my man.
Yeah, because critical thinking can low-key hurt people's feelings because it's critical.
Well, they should learn why it's critical to the other person.
You're right. Yo, Frank.wave, stop lying.
Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next person. There's plenty of
All right, fine. Go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you hanging out. No, I'm sorry.
See if I care. There's a gun in my head right now, and you're gonna make me pull the trigger.
Okay,
Yeah.
we can't judge
Yeah.
on TikTok.
What do you? Okay. You really want to do this?
No.
Come on. The moment you click that.
Look. Sorry. I know that's just a dirty joke. I hope it is at least, but I don't. Dude, you don't joke about stuff like that on TikTok. I literally got a restriction for 10 minutes because a guy who was actually thought about this, and I'm not saying you didn't, but look, people, these are difficult and deep and real things to people. Some people don't believe suicide is okay, but people believe this about themselves. I'm not saying it's okay, but we should be very careful what we say on a public platform. TikTok has its guidelines. We ought to follow them. Do not joke about that. I know, but like we had chemistry. I know, but like we don't do that. Like we do not do that for other people like on TikTok. We don't do that on TikTok, guys. That's not how it works. I do not make the rules on TikTok. We have to be careful about what we say and how it affects other people. That's all I'm getting at, okay? That's all I'm getting at. Okay, so I'm bringing up hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Doing good. What about you?
Doing good. How old are you?
18.
18. What year were you born?
07.
Okay. I believe it. So yeah, we're in a watch that's broken. I was eating bread. I'm evil. Prove me wrong.
What do you mean by evil?
Okay, I'll be honest. So I don't believe evil exists, but people do. And we have to fucking deal with it, right? We have to fucking deal with it. And the contradiction on purpose. That's how I think about it. We ought to think it. We ought to think about it this way to progress.
Okay. So it's just what other people think.
It's a belief people have because people. So let me explain this. Fear is the root cause of all unnecessary suffering. And if the individual can eradicate fear from the mind, they can hopefully lead more productive lives. They can hopefully make less mistakes in the future. This doesn't mean I'm perfect. This doesn't mean I know everything. But I know what I don't know to be curious and understand. And when we see people reacting, left, right, keeps going, and then nothing's being solved. And the better thing to do is if people are reacting, we should understand why they're reacting and guide them to align with all of us, because we are the human species. We are all human. No one is above or below as human beings.
I mean, I agree with you on human equality, but the point of evil is to put people who don't believe in it. There's some people who don't believe that they're human as well.
And to understand why I'm putting this in here, I have done things and I've been called this word before, right? I can be accountable to my past. I say it's bad or wrong that I've done these things. I can explain if you want me to talk about it in detail.
I mean, you can be called a lot of things to make it true. In my personal belief, my personal belief, being evil is more of a state of being rather than like a permanent thing.
Right. So I'm curious, but like I also would say like be careful what you project onto others, right? If you call them evil, they might just be that, and they might just act in ways that you projected, right? Not saying that is always the case, but people project their beliefs on other people in ways that are harmful to them that they don't understand how. And I'm just saying, be careful with that word. That's all I'm saying. I think a better word is wrong and bad.
But that's just
We don't repeat bad.
Well, I'd argue this is like more of a semantics conversation rather than anything. It doesn't strike me as like an important debate of what's evil or not.
I understand where you're coming from, but it's it seems like semantics, but literally numbers are an abstraction. Like they're things we came up with, right, as humans. And it was a new idea once. This word is an abstraction. And I'm saying there's ways to communicate it without being that. Because people believe it doesn't have to be. Does that make sense?
I mean, sort of. Could you clarify a bit more on that?
Right. So it doesn't have to be that way. We can be the better person and not react to others that are being that. Sometimes we're not always in control. Sometimes it's forcefully put on people. But like right now, me and you are having a dialogue and understanding what this means, right? And we can't in this situation. Does that make sense? I'm trying to be as intentional with my words as possible, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, for me, in my personal belief, there's some acts that are defined as so evil that you must react to it. You cannot sit there and watch idly by, arguing whether or not it's right to call them evil. You must sometimes have to call them out on their wrongdoings.
Yes, I understand where you're coming from. Like if you saw someone rape a child on the street, let's say, would you go in and stop it?
Yeah, of course.
Right. And you know that's you wouldn't want that done to you. You won't want that done to your family members, friends, or anyone you care about, because that's wrong, right? And you can step in and you can hopefully protect that person, right? And we can both see that as bad and wrong.
But I would argue that is an evil action. That is a morally unjustifiable action that you have no real reason or proper defense as to why you did it.
Right. I'm not saying we should defend people who do this, but what I'm saying is they acted in such a way because someone wronged them, right? And where does it all start?
That wouldn't necessarily be evil. Evil is more commonly defined as something that is done with no real reason. Somebody like, for example, is it fine if I talk about like more historical basis?
Yeah.
Somebody like Goring or Himmler. These people were brought up in very loving, very financially stable households, and they still did atrocious things. They founded up many like Nazi sort of groups and foundations like the SS, and they did things that are beyond reprehensible. And the idea of them there being a reason has to have a limit.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to track. So, can you explain that in a different way? I'm sorry.
Well, there's like a difference, I'd argue, between your belief of what people describe as evil because of your own personal experiences with that. And I understand that, and I hope that you kind of get a better view of what I'm saying here. But evil is less so the wrongdoings that somebody makes rather than a state where somebody does something so morally reprehensible without common reason or basis that it is nothing more than evil.
Do you think blasphemy is evil? I don't know, are you Christian or like?
No.
Oh, you're not Christian. Okay, damn it, I can't on you then. Well, some people, let's put this argument out there. So, I am bipolar 1, by the way. I'm on medication, and I'm talking what I figured out through these states of mind because my opinion and belief is mental health is severely misunderstood, and we must be curious and understand the individual to understand what their mind is going through. And we can do this. We can do this fearlessly, right? We don't have to react to these people. Even though it can be scary, and I know it can go wrong, and it's a complicated issue. But anyways, sorry, can you remind me what you were saying in the first place? Because I got sidetracked talking about mental illness, but it's all related. So
yeah, well, it's more. Evil is different from regular bad or wrong by the fact that there's no moral way to justify it.
So I was saying about like some Christians would say that blasphemy is an unforgivable sin. Some don't say that, but some say blasphemy is wrong. and evil, maybe. My first manic episode, I believed that was something I was not. And I believed that was Jesus 2.0, and I can get into that if you're curious. But I literally thought I was doing good, but did cause harm. I did do good, but I did cause harm, and it was chaotic, right? I can be accountable to that action. I'd say it's bad. I would say I was in a delusion. I'd say my perception of reality shifted to the point where I wasn't on the same reality as other people, but who really is in the same reality if we're bickering back and forth already, right? So it's literally, some people would claim that I'm this word because of my actions in the past.
Well, that would just be misuse of the word by people who were either directly affected negatively by your actions or people who just misunderstand your actions.
Right, and you said misuse of the word, and I agree with you there.
Okay, so by that saying, what do you believe is the proper usage of the word of evil?
I'm just going to say I don't believe in the word. I literally am saying... It's a contradiction on purpose, guys. People believe it, so we have to deal with it, okay? Okay, that's where I'm getting at. I believe it was bad and wrong for me to scare people and traumatize people in that state of mind. And strain relationships with family and friends, I made a lot of assumptions that were wrong, and it hurt people.
Well, I mean, again, it doesn't seem like an evil act because, one, you understand that you were not psychologically there. Two, you show remorse for it, and the fact that you don't continue to uphold it as something that was right or good. And it really has a moral backing behind it because you were not conscious. That's it. I mean, that's the point.
It was my actions. It was my thoughts, my feelings, and my behaviors. And it repeated, and it was all me. I'm accountable to everything that I've done ever in my life.
Okay, well, I mean, I can't really speak for you.
But it's not evil.
It is necessarily an evil act because you don't qualify. It doesn't list off the checks of being evil. That's the point.
But depending on who you are, right? But I understand what you're saying, and I appreciate you for walking through this for everyone to understand too. So, if you have another question, it's 2 a.m. I don't know what I'm doing up. I need to go to sleep. But if you have any closing statements, I'll talk for another 5 minutes.
I mean, not really. I mean, I thought that this was going to be more of like a discussion about like the moral reprehensibility of evil and how that like is it. But I don't know. This life is kind of been a bit hectic.
Hectic? In what ways?
It's less of what I thought it was. I joined this, thinking that it was going to be more of a... Well, I mean, it's whatever. I sat through it. I think it is what it is.
I hope I'm promoting like a way of thinking that people already think, because people know what I know already. I'm not the first to come up with this shit, right? Like musicians I listen to, the David Brothers I listen to, The Night on a Walk, the Beatles know this. Like there's truth in these songs. Filmmakers know this. People who do TV shows and movies, they know this. Philosophers know this. Scientists know this. People know this. I'm not the first, but I never heard it explained in such a way. And I'm trying to communicate that to others to understand on their own, right? And I believe people are good. I ought to believe people are good or capable of good, right? In order to be, right? And we must stop reacting. We must have mercy and understand and guide, right? We must be very careful of what we project on other people, and that's my closing thoughts. Just be unafraid, people. I'm not what you think. I'm Brady, and I'm on medication.
Nice chat with you.
You too, man. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a good rest of your night. Okay, people. Appreciate 21 people. This is amazing. And 3.2 thousand likes. You guys are amazing. I appreciate everyone just for hanging in there. I can put that in my bio BBB. And I hope I don't know. Maybe I'll watch this too. I don't know how that's gonna be. But I'm speaking my truth out there, and I hope it resonates with people, and it has. And people I've talked with have spoke it in their own unique and beautiful way, right? Just how we all can, and I know we are all capable of this, right? And I hope you guys have a good rest of your night, and I'll be on tomorrow. Take care, guys.